All right, so I love writing books. Like, that's my absolute favorite kind of writing to do, my favorite thing to work on. But one of the things I've noticed both in myself, but also in other people, is sometimes there's a temptation to go directly to books and not to be creating public content in the meantime. And sometimes it's just you want to focus on the book and you feel like you can't say what you need to say in some shorter space. But just speaking for myself, at least, I think part of it was this idea of like, all right, I'm going to go concoct the perfect book rather than take the risk of putting my ideas out there and having nobody interested, having them attacked, and kind of looking like I hadn't really thought through things, which, at the start of a book project, I had it. And one of the things I've become very big on is you want feedback, you want market feedback, both in terms of, am I missing something in my analysis, but even like, am I saying interesting things in an interesting way? Am I resonating with people? Is this story working? Is this issue something that hits home? Because pouring a year or 2 years or 3 years into something and then have it amount to nothing is a complete disaster. Like, that's not something you want to have happen. And so my main thing I've been saying is find ways to get your ideas out to the public. So, if you're interested in writing a book, start a podcast on the topic, start doing essays on the topic, start, a blog, start a YouTube channel, get those ideas out there and start seeing if it resonates. One of the things I've noticed is that things that work at scale, you can see incredible enthusiasm at small scale. So I noticed this in my work with Alex Epstein, where like even before he had really tried to grow an audience on something like his podcast, Human Flourishing Project, the people who were interested were enthusiastically interested. That is, they were talking about it, they were telling people about it, they were emailing questions, they were putting things into practice. There was just this sense of this is something incredibly valuable. And once there is a small group of people who are that enthusiastic, my general belief is that you can find a relatively large group of people who are enthusiastic. But what I would notice with my own work had been that people were positive on it, that the people who engaged it and read it really liked it and they thought it was really good. But it wasn't this kind of like intense enthusiasm surrounding it where they were just insatiable for more and impatient for more and peppering me with questions and wanting to, sit in the edge of their seats for the next thing that was coming out. And one of the really exciting things about what I've been doing now is that for the first time in my personal work, that's the response I've been getting, is this really deep enthusiasm, even though the numbers are small. And that's why I have a lot of confidence that over time and with consistency and patience, that this will reach a large audience and that these ideas will be helpful to a lot of people. And so what you're really looking for when you're putting stuff out there is, okay, is there enthusiasm? Even if it's a small group of followers, are they people who are really eager for more? Are they asking questions? Are they looking for ways to support it? Are they trying to recommend it? And then, you can do sort of mini tests. One of the things I've really grown to like about Twitter is that I can throw out just some punchy insights. And what will happen is some of them, usually not the ones I expect, take off and get a massive reaction. And I can build entire articles around them. I can build entire videos around them. I can reuse them in different spaces. And so that's kind of like in microcosm what I'm recommending you do with your content generally. So the bottom line is, if you actually want to engage in communication, start now. Start now on whatever scale is open to you and be very mindful of market feedback, which is not going to be the raw numbers. It's not going to be, are you getting 1 million people following it, or is your article getting 10,000 readers? It's really the main market feedback you're looking at the beginning is enthusiasm. And if it's there, then awesome, double down. If it's not, you need to rethink what's going wrong and figure out, is it the issue? Is it the quality of my content? Is it the way I'm packaging it? And really trying to assess where you are and improve it. So get started. Good luck with that, guys. Talk to you soon.